Hey VC, cheers. Just drinking my morning coffee here, and it's getting near the end of February, so I thought I would go ahead and film my vinyl inbox for February. I have the update from the Jacksonville day trip I did earlier this month, but I just wanted to share some of the things I bought in the past months, or the things that have trickled in through mail order and different places here and there. Single, when I'm just buying one or two things here and there, I don't want to make a video just for that. So try to do these once a month to sort of catch up with what I've been buying. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. I got a Goodwill find here. This is ABC's How to Be a Zillionaire. Picked that one up. It was a nice clean copy of this, and didn't think I had it. I think I have the 12-inch to be near me, but didn't have this, so grabbed it. Grabbed this Deutsche Grammophon of Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto Number 1. I hadn't seen one in one of these super heavy. It's got like this really heavy cardboard sleeve, really nice packaging. So I thought I would grab this. This is from the Hospice Attic, so 50 cents on that one. Here's another one from Hospice. I don't normally pick up the Windham Hill ones, but this one has George Winston on it, but it is Michael Hedges' Breakfast in the Field. Seemed pretty interesting to me, so I thought I'd give it a try. Like I said, it has George Winston on piano on here, so love George Winston. So I grabbed that for 50 cents. Another copy of Elton John's Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. It does have the booklet in here intact, so grab that. Another copy of Cheap Trick at Budokan. LJ sent this to me last month, and then as I said, I never see it in the thrift stores at all, or dollar bins or anywhere, and then what do you know, he sends it to me, and then one shows up at Hospice. So now I have two copies of this, and I can sort of figure out which one is nicer. Here's another one. These are all still from Hospice. This is the last one from there. This is Mary Travers' Morning Glory, one of her solo albums that I didn't have. I like to collect all the Peter, Paul, and Mary stuff, at least just to give it a listen and see what it's like. So that was a cool find for 50 cents. I got a couple here from, this is from Salvation Army. We got Wes Montgomery's Road Song on CTI, which this is at the point where it was owned by A&M Records. And I don't remember if it was Dr. Deadwax or somebody else was saying this was... I seem to remember somebody taking a lot of time to talk about this one. I don't know if they were saying it was good or whether they were saying it was bad, but for 50 cents I'll grab anything on CTI and give it a shot. And another copy of Keith Jarrett's The Colne Concert. This one has been at the Salvation Army for at least 6 months. I keep seeing it there. I keep passing it because I already have a couple copies of this, and it just sat there, and I'm like, finally I'm just going to buy this and maybe use this for some VCLT for somebody. I know there's people out there still looking for this. So, alright, a couple more from the Hospice Attic. I got this. This was just sort of a blind buy. The cover grabbed my eye, and it was in really nice shape. So this is the Anthony Newley, In My Solitude. I guess he's like sort of an English sort of just singer, performer kind of thing, kind of like a Frank Sinatra or something like that. But I thought I would give this a spin, see what it's like at some point. Last year during the end of the year, during the holidays, there's a lot of people talking about Christmas music and whatnot, and I noticed that several people happened to mention that this was a really good Christmas album to have, and I've been looking for a nice copy of it, and I finally found a really nice copy of this. This is Bing Crosby's Merry Christmas from Bing on Decca Records, so I grabbed that. And the last one from that Hospice trip, I got the Ink Spot's Greatest Hits on Crown Records. Has some seam split issues here. But the main reason I grabbed this because it's on a cool clear red vinyl, and the vinyl itself is really nice. So for 50 cents for colored vinyl, I'll buy that any day. Alright, got a few here from a recent Goodwill trip. Uh, First thing we got here is the Rossington Collins Band, This Is the Way. This is the second album and second and last album from the Rossington Collins Band. And the Rossington Collins Band were a band that was formed by the surviving members of Lynyrd Skynyrd, maybe a small band you might have heard of from around here, from Jacksonville. But I never really listened to them before, so I'll go ahead and see what the see how this sounds. I know they were trying to sort of step away from the Lynyrd Skynyrd sound and do something different with this band, and it'll be interesting to hear that. All right, another thing, I've always loved steel band music, and I found this steel band record, so I thought I would give it a try. This is the Clayhouse Inn presents the Real Thing Steel Band. So this is sponsored by Coca-Cola. It's steel band music from Bermuda. So I thought I'd give it a shot. Worth $1 to find out if that's anything. Get Asleep at the Wheel, served live. Got a Cat Stevens album here, Is It So? I don't think I've ever seen this one before. For $1, I'll pick it up and see if it's anything. I got a sealed Rod Stewart album. I had grabbed this. This is Rod Stewart and the Faces. This is on Springboard Records, so I think it's one of those sort of discount labels. They would buy the rights to live performances and press them on vinyl of popular artists. Got a copy of Rod Stewart's Gasoline Alley. There was actually 2 copies of this in the bin at the Goodwill, and this is the gatefold version. The other one wasn't, so I grabbed it. And the last thing we got here is a live album, double live album from Traffic. This is Traffic on the Road. And I just grabbed this just because of the cover. The cover caught my eye. It looks almost like a Kraftwerk cover or something like that. It has that sort of look to it. But I do have some Traffic in my collection, so I thought I would grab this live album and see if I enjoyed it. So that was all the kind of thrift store kind of stuff I picked up over the last month. So let's go ahead and get into some of this mail order stuff. Alright, first thing we have here is the debut album from Synergy. This is Electronic Realizations for Rock Orchestra. So it's symphonic rock sort of done with electronics. Yeah, this is definitely, I have several Synergies in my collection, and this one was on my wish list, and it was being sold by a seller I was already ordering something from on Discogs, so I went ahead and threw this in with that, which is actually what's coming up next, so we'll talk about that. This is Bill Bruford's Earthworks. This is something Derek played sometime last month, and just immediately fell in love with it as soon as he played it. He played the track, My Heart Declares a Holiday? But yeah, this is just a fusion jazz sort of thing from 1986, and that's a cool addition to the collection, so I'm glad Derek played this. Alright, next thing we got here is actually a piece of VCLT that came in from Matt Sands. I believe his YouTube handle is mmsands. I'll put a link to his channel down below. But this is LL Cool J's Radio. Very cool to have this on vinyl, and just slowly getting the LL Cool J collection on vinyl. People have been sending these to me, and so that was really cool. Thank you, Matt. Really appreciate having this in the collection. It's really been enjoying playing this, and thank you very much. Next thing we got here is something from my youth that there was one summer where this was the only album I would listen to. I just played it over and over and over again. The tape was in my Walkman permanently. It is the CNC Music Factory, Gonna Make You Sweat. Mixture between techno and dance kind of music. Yeah, it's just something from my youth that brings back good memories, and wanted to have this on vinyl. Not exactly the best sounding piece of vinyl. I mean, this album is an hour long at least, and they crammed it on one piece of vinyl, so not that good sounding, but it's just cool to have this in the vinyl format. Alrighty, now some new purchases from recent times. There's one more over there I gotta grab. First thing we got here, another one for the Jimi Hendrix collection. This is Valleys of Neptune. It's a release that was done in 2010. And I haven't even had a chance to spin this yet, but just want to collect all these Jimi Hendrix releases. Pretty gatefold on this one. Another one for the Hendrix collections. This is the BBC Sessions 3 LP set. This is from 2010 as well. And then in a recent video I mentioned that I was on the hunt for Michael Jackson's Bad on vinyl, and just a couple days later after filming that, there was a deal on Pop Market to get the 25th anniversary reissue for, I think it was $23 shipped, $24 shipped. So I went ahead and grabbed that. So here it is, Michael Jackson's Bad 25th anniversary edition. They did a cool sort of metallic kind of cover on this one, which turned out really good. And it has 3 LPs with a bunch of demos and some remixes and cool packaging. So it's very nice to have this in the collection now. That opens up. Quincy Jones. So that's Michael Jackson's Bad. And the last thing we have here that's new vinyl is Arcade Fire's Suburbs. Just love this. I've loved this album ever since it was released, and I've enjoyed the CD often, and I've wanted to have this in my collection in vinyl, so I finally broke down and ordered it from Amazon when I was doing some other ordering, so I threw it in with the free shipping and grabbed this. I can't say that I'm that impressed with the vinyl pressing on this one. The Arcade Fire's first album, Funeral, sounded really good on vinyl, but this one, it seems like there's a lot of compression on it, and it just doesn't have a great sound on vinyl. So there's not any real reason to have this on vinyl other than just to have it as a collector's piece. I'll probably still listen to the CD mostly. But anyway, those are my purchases from February. Looking forward to the next month. I know there's going to be a lot of opportunities for me for shopping, and my birthday is next month, so I'm going to be doing a special trip to Tampa for that. And yeah, I hope everyone is doing well, and we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.